Hi friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back to my UiPath Forms tutorial series. In the previous video, we explored basic components of UiPath Forms. If you haven't watched that video yet, make sure to check it out. The link is in the description. In this video, we will dive into advanced components of UiPath Forms. These components add more flexibility and advanced functionality to your forms, making them powerful and user-friendly for various use cases. So let's get started. I have already created a form for advanced components walkthrough, and this form is empty. On the left hand side, you can see components, where you can see here we have four parts of this components: basic, advanced, layout, and data. Now we covered this basic components. Now we are going to cover advanced components. These components include HTML element, content, email, URL, phone number, date time, day, time, currency, and survey. To show you the practical example of all these components, we will take one use case, employee feedback survey form. And based on that form, we will use all these components. First, we have HTML element. HTML element allows you to insert custom HTML code into your form. It is useful when you want to display rich text, images, or custom designs which is not available in the default components. Let's drag and drop this. So based on the use case employee feedback survey form, we will use this HTML element to add the logo of the company. In this case, I will take UiPath RP logo from the local folder. Here you can see in the display the label, that is HTML tag, currently showing as a P. So P, HTML tag P is the for paragraph. Now if I need to add a logo, then I need to write here image tag img. To take the images from any sources, you need to take source attribute, that is src, and then value is your the image path. So you can do one thing, you can write here src here in the attribute. In the value, you have to copy the path of that file. So this time I'm going to show you from the local folder. I have this in the project folder. Let's open this project folder, and this is the logo which I'm going to show you. This is in my project folder. Paste here and put here dot png. And once you will write this value, this file path, you will see the logo. This is UiPath RP logo, my YouTube channel. Now you can add multiple attributes for this HTML tag image, right? So let's say I want to set the height and width of this logo. So I can take another attribute, that is height. And then I can say height should be 50 pixel. Let's see. So it has been changed. Let's make it 100 pixel. This looks good, right? If you want to set the width of that, but it seems like this is okay with the height itself, but you can add multiple things for the image tag. So I have shown you using these attributes. You can also add the complete image tag with the attributes here itself. Now let's save it. You can see here, right? Another example I'm going to show you to take UiPath logo from online images. Online images means I want to take it from here. So I have searched that UiPath logo icon. Now I'm going to take this logo and I will show you how to use this. So I will right click and click copy image link. Let's go to UiPath Studio, and now I will take another HTML element component. So this time I will write here img because I want to take so the display the images. So I will say image img. Now instead of taking attributes here, I will show you how to write HTML custom code to display images. Okay, so I will write here img src equals to, in double quotes, I will paste that URL which I have copied from Google. Okay, img src equal to that path, data, image, png, this one. Now go on top and you can see here logo is showing now. If you want to set the height and width of this, you can set it directly from here itself. Next to the src, you can write here itself HIGST height equal to, you want to set it like 50 pixel. You can see this has been changed. You want to say it 70 pixel. Let's change that 70 pixel. Let's make it 100 pixel. Okay, this is changed now. So this way you can write HTML code to display the images or to design your form. Let's save it. Another things I'm going to show you, using HTML element we can also insert the tables. Let's say I'm going to show you here. Let's take this. Now we have this table tag. We have this code where we can use this tag to show the tables. So let's copy and paste in this content. And now you can see here it looks like this. But the problem is here we have taken p tag. Let's remove it. Once you'll remove, if you'll keep it blank, you'll see two things. This one and this one. Now I will write here table tag. Okay. Now it looks good. Add a border to this table. So either I can take attribute here or I can pass it here. Table space border equals to 1. And now you can see here we have the border in this table. Now next, content. Let's drag and drop content here. Content component is used for adding the static text, messages or descriptions to your forms. You can use that content component to add the information in your form, and that is display only. Let's say I want to write some content here. So we have this this area where we can write our contents. So let's say I want to write about my employee feedback survey. So I will copy this and then I will paste here. We also have options to make it bold, paragraphs, set the paragraphs, headings, those things. We have also options to link. We can set it like this: bullet points, numbers. We can insert images from here as well, block quotes. We can insert the tables. We can insert the media as well. Now let's save it. So I have added the content to this form. Now next one is email. Let's drag and drop here. Email component is especially designed for collecting the valid email address. It includes built-in validations for email, which helps user to enter only valid emails. So let's say here, if I'm going to pass anything, you can say email must be a valid email. If I'll write here, let's say uipathrpa at gmail.com, then this is valid format. You can take this for your work email ID, work email ID I can say. Now this is for URL. URL component allows you to share valid website links. It includes built-in validations for URL formats. For example, you can use this URL to provide a link or suggest any tool or resources you think that would help improve your productivity, as this is for employee satisfaction survey form. So I can say here the label should be if you write any invalid URL, then it will throw an error. Save it. Now phone number. Phone number component provides a formatted input field for phone numbers. You can use it to collect phone numbers. Here we can set like this should be in the 10 digits, or first it should show the country code and then 10 digits of phone numbers, like that. So you can decide here. In the input mask, you can design this. So I want to say plus 99. It means this should be 91 like that. So as per the India phone number, we have plus 91. That 91 is country code and then 10 digit of phone number. So I can say 999999. So this is 10 digits, right? So user can only enter 10 digits of phone number with the country code. So you can write like plus 91, let's say mobile number, like this. Okay, let's save it. Next component is date time. Date time component allows user to pick dates and times. You can capture the date and time when the survey is submitted. As per our use case, you can pick this for survey date time. We have the option to allow users to enter date and time manually. If you check this, user can enter the date and time here in this format. If you disable it, so there is a checkbox here. If you uncheck this, then user is not allowed to enter the date times. User can just pick that date and time from here. You can also choose the date time format here. YYYY is for year, MM for month, DD for day, HH for hour, MM for minute, and A which will show PM or AM. You can change that like DDMYY or MMDDYY in that format. You just need to type here. So DDMMYYYY, and you can see here it's going to change that in the output. You can see, right? You can change it like that. We have option to enable the date or not. So currently this is checked, so this will show the date. If you uncheck this, so here date is not allowed. Here we have option to disable the specific dates or dates by range. You can put the specific date range here. From this date to this date only we can select from this date picker. From the time, again we have, if you want to disable the time, you can disable it. You can take it either date or time or both. So you just need to play with these options. Check this. In the data, we have default date as a moment. Moment means if you want to show current date time, so you need to type here moment. And this way we can capture the date time when the survey is completed. Now the next component is day. You can use the day component to enter day, month, and year. We have options to hide these things also. In the display you can see we need to mention that. So this can be date of joining. If you want to hide these month, day, and year, this label, you can hide it by clicking on that. For the day field, currently this is number, where we can type number here. But if you want to make it drop down same as this month, then you have to choose it from there. So drop down list. Now you can see you can select from 1 to 31st like that. You can also hide these things. If you think that day is not required, you just need to enter month and year, then you can hide this one. Now we have day first. So currently month is showing here in the first position. Once you'll choose this, day will show in the first position. It means as per the date, you can choose the day and then month and then year like that. We have month. So we already have the drop down list. If you change that to number, you need to type here in the month. Let's select the drop down. You can also hide this month if it's not required. Same way we have year. So for year, you can also choose drop down here. You can select, we have year from 1900 to 2030. You can also set the minimum year and maximum. So let's say I want to set it from 1920 to 2025 till that. Now user can only select between these year range. If you want to hide this year, you can hide this. Let's save it. Now we have time. You can use the time component to input the time in different formats. For example, you can use it to select the time for the follow-up you want discussion with the HR. So you can take that. So you can say follow-up time like this. And then here we have input type 2 options, HTML5 time input, where we are getting this time picker and it's showing here, and then you need to select that. If you choose that next one, then you need to enter that text input with mask, then you can enter the time here. Let's save it. Now next one is currency. Drag and drop this currency. This currency component allows user to input numeric values with currency format. So let's say if you're planning for any certification, then your company can ask for the estimated cost for that certification. So you can say certification estimated cost. From the data, we have option to select the currency. Currently, US dollar is USD is selected. If you type any number here, dollar will be added as a prefix here. That is USD. Now, if you want to change that to INR, you need to write here Indian rupee. And now you can see here this rupee symbol. This currency is added here. Now let's save it. The next one is survey. Survey component is used to create simple survey like inputs such as rating skills. You can use the survey component to allow users to answer multiple questions by choosing only one value from a list. For example, we can take this survey. So as we are using this use case employee feedback survey form, then we'll be using for that survey. We will take one example. Let me show you one image. I'm going to make the same as that survey. So I'll write here how. So I will say how satisfied are you with the following aspects of your job? We need to type that one, which will show the label here. Now go to data, and then here we need to add our questions and then values. So these are questions and these are answers, right? So the first, work environment, senior leadership, work environment. Second, senior leadership, health benefits and salary incentives. And you can see here, it is showing here right side as a preview. Let's take 4 only. Now go to value. Value will be these 4. Very dissatisfied, somewhat dissatisfied, somewhat satisfied, and very satisfied. Let's add this. Now you can see here on the top, we can see same as that. Let's save it. Now after that, we can take one submit button from the basic components. Let's choose that. We will say action as a submit. Now save that. We are done with all these advanced components. Now let me show you the demo here. So let's select from here advanced component walkthrough and now run that. It seems there is a issue with that logo which is placed locally, but this one we can access from online. So let's fill here. So let's say this is my work email ID UiPath or you can see here it says that work email ID must be a valid email. So I need to type a valid email. Okay, this is correct. Suggest any URL. So let's say I will enter this YouTube URL. Phone number we need to write like this +91 and then mobile number. You can see we are getting warning phone number does not match the mask, so we need to type some more like 10 digits. Okay, then this is the date time automatically selected and this is disabled, and from the date of joining we can select the date of joining where when we join that company, any date we can select that. Follow-up time, if you want to choose that, you can select it from here. Certificates estimated cost, if you think that it will take 25,000, you can mention that. How satisfied are you with the following aspects of your job? So for the work environment, do you think like you are satisfied with that? You can say satisfied. Senior leadership, somewhat satisfied. Health benefits, satisfied. Salary incentive, if you want to choose the dissatisfied, I can say dissatisfied. And now at the end you can submit that, and you can store these details to the data service or somewhere in Excel file, wherever you want to store that one. So for you, your task will be capture these details from here in the forms and then store these details in the data service. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next video in this UiPath form series. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.